a number of things to consider regarding selection for the test against Portugal. Rassi's made it clear that certain players will be rested, which I think is wise. And he also wants to give a few youngsters an opportunity. So, should be exciting. I'm going to pick my team now. It's not what I think Rassi will pick. He's generally quite conservative and, which has served us well over the years he's been involved, and consistency has been the name of the game. But I like to think a little out the box. So here we go. Excuse the pun. Steenekamp definitely deserves a chance to start. He's been good coming off the bench. I would go with Grobelaar at hooker. I don't see the point of risking Marks, even though he's come off the bench the last 2 games. He's too valuable in a game like this. Nyakane at 3. The locks, Murat and Snyman, basically because they're their only options. I don't know why they didn't bring another lock into the squad. Surely there's other guys available after Mostert's injury. And Etzebeth having the cut on his head. I mean, it's also, why risk the guy in a game against Portugal? 6 Van Staden, 7 Ulrich Low, and then 8 Ruiz. 9 Williams, he was pretty good coming off the bench on Saturday, and he deserves a start in my opinion. 10, I'll go with Mani Libbok. I would have gone with Sasha Feinberg and Gomez Zulu, but what I would like to do, and initially I picked him at fullback because he was very good, but I'd like to see him at 12. I think Libbok, putting him into space could be very exciting. Then I might as well just go straight to Lucanio Am at 13. I think as a combination they could do some damage. And then the wingers, Mapimpi and Arendse, and then fullback Fassi. I think that's a good back 3. Moving to the bench, Andre Hichu Venter as the reserve hooker, the props Mkunu and Thomas du Toit. And then I'm giving Etzebeth the game off. So Ben Jason Dixon has played lock, so he can be the reserve lock. I mean, all the other 2 can just play the whole game. That used to happen back in the day. And Buthelezi as the other forward replacement. Reinach, I think he needs some game time because remember, he does not play for a Currie Cup team. So they can't just send him to go get some game time. And I think we're going to need him for the Rugby Championship. Faf was a bit iffy, and Reinach is extremely solid, and he needs game time, and I think he will probably play at least some parts in the games against Australia. Then Esther Hazen, who's unlucky. Initially, I picked him at 12, but coming off the bench, he could be destructive. And then fullback for his debut, Kewan Horn. Let me know what you think. I'm very open to hearing what your thoughts are. And I think this team could, any of our teams should beat Portugal. But we need to think of the future. A couple of guys looked a bit tired in the game. And cap a few guys so they can't go and play for other countries. We need to think of that as well. But either way, I'm looking forward to the game. I hope the people in Bloemfontein come out and support. You know, if you've been crying about not having top-class rugby, then you need to hull 8 in vase for a game like this, because then maybe next year they'll say, hey, the Bloem people came out for Portugal. Maybe they'll come out for a rugby championship game.